Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. You are at the Cryptopolitan. I'm your host, Satoshi Shawn, and this is the second report late on the 17th of May. Doing two reports. There's a few more things I wanted to go over. Kind of with a dip that we've had, I wanted to hit some of the FUD that I think some of the usual bad actors are propagating. But before we do, if it's your first time here, please hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications. We're just starting out. Want to really build the channel up. We also get news reports out every day, so do make sure you hit that bell. Sometimes twice a day. And if there's like a breaking story, we'll get that out to you. I might start doing live streams on that. And always crush the like button because it really helps us out. Let's get into it. First, let's head over to Russia, and we're going to talk about a Russian PM, this guy here, who may be Dave Matthews' dad. Huh? Huh? I see it. Anyway, he came out and said that Dmitry Medvedev said that he has given up on updating cryptocurrency regulation because people have lost interest in it. Given the updates with the rationale, people are now less interested in this sector, and therefore there's no need to materialize the cryptocurrency regulation plan. Now, Putin wanted regulation on cryptocurrency and wanted to move forward on it and gave the government a deadline of July. I think this is a little bit of infighting within the Russian government. Putin is not very famous for playing along with a lot of the usual oligarchies, like the central banks and so on. I think those are the ones that are pushing this narrative, especially because of the dip. Therefore, the devised plan to make federal laws for cryptocurrency regulations and adoption that the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, gave a deadline of July this year, but there is no discussion and updates so far about the regulation procedure. I think that the central banks are pushing the government to kind of back off, and that's why they're doing this. But let's see where this goes. I think with the bull market starting, we're going to have a couple more jumps. They can't use this false narrative of less interest because you won't be able to hide the interest. You can look at Google Trends. You can just everyone's starting to talk about it again. Next, the big partnership with Chiliz and Binance. Chiliz is the leading football clubs are trying to get them all to try out cryptocurrencies. Chiliz markets itself as a cryptocurrency that runs numerous platforms and products which are backed in the blockchain technology and aimed at mainstream community. And CZ at Binance said that he thinks that sports and recreational stuff is going to be really big for adoption, so that's why they are partnering and bringing all the sports teams. See, he tweeted about it. Right, next. This is kind of important, and I've heard a couple things on it, but no, it's not. Didn't seem to be as big of a story as I think it is. The Stellar Network, which is one of the biggest market cap coins there is, which I have a big amount of, it had centralized nodes that the whole network went down, and hardly anybody noticed, which is even more scary. Stellar utilizes the network design similar to Ripple, and recently shut down for 2 hours, and has been witnessed in the Stellar network. The breakdown was only noticed by a few people. Most people were not aware of this case. Now, they admitted to it. They admitted to it after they were, busted by this guy that tweeted about it. It's a serious question about the decentralization of the Stellar network. The chief scientist of Stellar said that it is highly centralized, and therefore its security is a massive issue. Now, the researchers analyzed that if there would have been 2 defective centralized nodes, not able to receive or send messages because of a DDoS or DOS attack, that the whole network will be blocked. But Jeff McCaleb, the founder of Stellar, says that this breakdown of the network was not solely because of the centralized nodes. That means there are some other reasons. And they are working on different plans to make people less dependent on the nodes. It's all very weird. And no one seems to care that the whole Stellar network went down and that there's not a definitive, reason why, or they're not admitting to it. They're also going to work with IBM to enhance it and to work on it. But it's definitely something to watch, and it's not, it's kind of this, it's FUD. It is FUD but it's not really FUD because it's news. It's a legitimate question. Next, in more, the European Central Bank, the what? The European Central Bank releases a report on crypto financial stability. Before I go into the story, take a guess if it's positive or negative. It's pretty negative. A paper titled Crypto Asset Implications for Financial Stability, Monetary Policy, and Payments in the Market Infrastructure was released by the European Central Bank for Europe, with administrators of monetary policy within the Eurozone. The bank specified under the heading of potential implications for monetary policy that cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, they're not yet able to achieve the purpose of money. That's coming from the people that make the money. It says they don't have any real impact on the economy, and do not have any noteworthy effect on monetary policy. Yet they're doing this paper on it. Nonetheless, the bank was of the view that circumstances could be different if cryptocurrency was given the status of a reliable replacement of cash and deposits. So basically, if this report wasn't done, they would have a better chance. Or if the all-powerful central bank gave it a blessing, then it would have it would make a difference. The bank was to do the circumstance would be different if it gave its blessing. And of course, they cited rapid fluctuations in price, short time span, lack of central bank support. They literally lay it all out that they need to give the blessing. It needs to have central bank support, which they're not. I mean, they actually are pulling support. You can have your bank shut or your account shut down if you're involved with certain exchanges. It's happened in the U.S. with Coinbase and some other stuff. It's just a blatant attack and FUD, that's put out there in the guise of a neutral report. It's not a neutral report. It's not at all. But hopefully people can see through it. That's about it for today. I'll see you this weekend with a weekend report unless there's something huge that pops up. It was nice hanging out with you guys. Please crush that like button. Subscribe. I'm Satoshi Sean, and I will see you in the next video.